Hello guys, and welcome back to another video. Sorry I haven't posted one of these midweek news videos in a while, but they are coming back. I just wanted to take a tiny break. So yeah. Videos will start coming back daily next year. Well, they are coming back daily now, but they'll start really coming back daily next year. So yeah. But anyways, let's get into this midweek news video. Starting with the Train Sim World 2 article, Charming Chemnitz. This is the Vanderrampe route that runs from Dresden to Chemnitz, I believe. This is one of the locomotives. It's a DMU. Anyways, let's get into the article. The new year has a plethora of content for you to look forward to for Train Sim World 2. We thought we'd give you a first look at the incredible and upcoming Vanderrampe Dresden to Chemnitz, snaking its way past rivers through rocky valleys and into the beautiful eastern German hills. Vanderrampe Dresden to Chemnitz will be arriving soon on TSW2. We take a look at some of the features you can look out for as you climb through this challenge and historic route towards your final destination of Chemnitz Hauptbahnhof. Situated in the eastern German state of Saxony, the Vanderrampe forms part of the DB's Dresden-Werda route. With parts of the line dating back to the mid-1800s, it is one of Germany's oldest routes and has adapted constantly as railway technology and the capacity of the line has evolved. The start of the modernization of the route began as early as the 1960s. Its electrification heralded a new era of locomotives and more economical transit across the route's inclines that at times reach an incredible 1 in 39. The modern electric locomotives rendered previously vital banking locomotives redundant and brought huge advantages to operations along the entire route. The route is also home to the unique DB-BR612 DMU. Designed as the Regio Swinger by manufacturer Bombardier, this curious multiple unit is the first tilting train to appear in TSW2. The maximum tilt it can achieve is 8 degrees. Although this sounds like a modest amount, once aboard, passengers certainly feel the angle of the train change. They also benefit from the reduced journey times this brings, as the train no longer needs to slow down on the winding curves of the route, whereas a non-tilting train would do so regularly. Here's a picture of Dresden, I am assuming. German rail fans have given the DB-BR612 DMU the delightful nickname Wackel Dackel, which translates into English as the wobbling Dachshund. These 612s wait at the impressive Chemnitz Hauptbahnhof for passengers to disembark. Okay, so this is Chemnitz, not Dresden. Like I said, don't take my word on everything. Here we got the 612 again. It can run as 4 car units, it seems like. You got a turntable here. Nice background here. This might be an old depot or something for the 612s because there's no catenary here. Due to the historical and scenic nature of Vanderrampe Dresden to Chemnitz, there is something for rail fans to enjoy at every curve and valley. From numerous roundhouse engine sheds to vast viaducts, be sure to grab some real fan shots as you explore the route. Looks like we are getting a new company, which is Railpool, as you see right here. The blue DB363 looks to be returning as well. Looks updated though, not gonna lie. Tharantur Rampe Dresden to Chemnitz has been a vital artery connecting much of Eastern Germany's railways in many of the country's major towns and cities for well over 100 years. As such, a broad spectrum of freight and passenger services used to daily. As you can see, freight services are prepared and delivered by DBBR 363 V60 diesel shunter in DB blue livery, and the Railpool BR 185.6 in Railpool silver livery. Here we see both passenger locomotives, the 612 and 143 are going to be used on this route. In addition to the DBBR 612 EMU, I thought it was DMU, oh well, it must be a typo. DBBR 363 V60 diesel shunter and Railpool BR 185.6. Tharantur Rampe Dresden to Chemnitz features the DBBR 143 and Doppelstock in DB red livery. This covers the regular S-Bahn services on the eastern half of the route, and other services stopping across the full length of the route. Leaving Dresden Bahnhof isn't long before you are presented with amazing structures and views. The castle-like building above is in fact the former Dresden wheat mill. An impressive structure for such a manual function. As you start to climb the Tharantur Rampe, the railway starts to share the valleys with narrow gauge railways. As you can see below, Hansberg Station is a great place to stop and take in a little snippet of German railway history. Looks like this is the narrow gauge railway. Wonder if we get to drive on it. We will be showing more on Tharantur Rampe Dresden to Chemnitz over the coming weeks. You can also look forward to preview streams on Railfan TV closer to launch. Make sure you're following @TrainsTheWorld on Twitter and Facebook for regular updates. So yeah, that is it. It looks like this is the narrow gauge part. I don't think we'll be able to go on it, but who knows. Anyways, let's move on to the next article. This is the download size of Tharantur to Rampe. Not Tharantur to Rampe. Dresden to Chemnitz. This is an upcoming update. Now, as it is nearing the end of New Year's, I have decided, yeah, it's like New Year's Eve is right on Friday. I've decided to read this article, TrainsTheWorld 2, A Year on the Rails. This article is basically about the add-ons we've had this year, so let's get right into it. This year has been fantastic for TSW2 players, with a wide variety of exciting add-ons released throughout the year. We take a look back at the releases that we have made 2021 such an incredible year for TSW2. Southeastern High Speed, London St. Pancras to Faversham. Experience thrilling high-speed commuting as you drive Britain's fastest domestic train, thundering through London and the Garden of England with the Southeastern High Speed. Each station, bridge, tunnel, and landmark has been lovely created to accurately represent Dovetail Games' very own local line. Southeastern High Speed also introduced a new feature to TSW2, moving railway crossing gates. And here's the next add-on, which is the Southeastern BR Class 465 EMU. Enhance Southeastern High Speed with the BR Class 465 EMU. Built for passenger services in the Southeast, London, and Kent, you can experience 3 flavors of commuter action with the Class 465/9 subclass, operable on the included services between Gravesend and Rainham, as well as between Rochester and Gillingham. However, the nature of the -9 is truly put to use on the handful Gravesend to Faversham services. Next add-on is Diesel Legends of the Great Western. Diesel Legends of the Great Western offers an entirely new perspective through the train cabs of yesteryear. An age before HSTs and turbos, Westerns and heritage slammers reigned supreme, and you can take control of these long-gone services. It is also the first add-on to use TSW2's multiple timetable feature, creating a completely new experience for Great Western Express by transporting you to the early 1970s and the easterly-most section of the Great Western Main Line. Arosa Cure to Arosa. With the height above sea level climbing to 1,739 meters, it's hardly a surprise that the deep valleys and tall mountains that the route makes it way past often experiences adverse weather conditions. Most railways would struggle to function in some of the weather experienced, but Arosa continues to run all year round. Snowy landscapes and brilliant white trees greet the rail fan who's happy to brave the weather to enjoy this amazing experience. Clinchfield Railroad, Elkhorn to Dante. The Clinchfield spun its steel rails across, over, and through America's great Appalachian Mountains, hauling millions of tons of coal and manifest freight, and operating with such verve and through such majestic scenery as to be called the Rio Grande of the East. Load coal from one of several mines in Peaks of Virginia, and explore not only the main line but the various local branches, each with its own challenges and character. DBBR 101. The DBBR 101 locomotive features a highly detailed, feature-rich driving cab, authentic sounds, and for the first time, BPMMZ 284.4 and AVMMZ 106.1 coaches in DB Intercity livery, a classic among the modern electric locomotives of Germany, with heritage spanning some of the nation's most revolutionary designs, and continuing the honor by working throughout the DB network every day. Hauptstrecke Hamburg to Lübeck. Hauptstrecke Hamburg to Lübeck drive one of Germany's most important main lines, exploring this bustling northern route from the cab of iconic express and busy freight locomotives. Hauptstrecke Hamburg to Lübeck features the DBBR 112 double stock coaches and a cab car in iconic DB red livery, along with the sleek Taurus in MRCE black livery. Cathcart Circle Line Glasgow to Newton and Neilston. The Cathcart Circle Line and its branches date back to the late 1800s. The line between Glasgow and Cathcart via Mount Florida opened in 1866, with the circle being completed by Shawlands via Shawlands in 1894. Neilston Station followed close behind, opening in 1903, with the branches between there and Newton acting as a through route for coal trains. While the days of freight are long gone, both branches remain a core part of the Strathclyde commuter network to this day. Cane Creek, Thompson to Potash. Climb aboard for one of the American West's most scenic and challenging modern railroading experiences with Cane Creek, Thompson to Potash. Created by Skyhook Games, renowned for its extraordinary western scenery, the Cane Creek sub extends from a connection with the UP's Green River sub at Brendel, Utah, south to Potash, Utah, 35.8 route miles. The route also includes a fast-paced 5-mile section of the UP's Green River sub mainline east from Brendel to Thompson, Utah. Rush Hour Boston Sprinter. Experience the fastest rail line in America, from modern suburbia to sprawling countryside, linking the state capitals of Massachusetts and Rhode Island. Command both Amtrak regional and MBTA commuter operations with TSW2 Rush Hour Boston Sprinter. As you travel from station to station, you will see a greater variety in passengers and higher passenger volumes at peak times, all recreating the hustle and bustle of rush hour. Rush Hour Nabucco, Dresden. Experience complex operations out of the iconic Dresden Hauptbahnhof, with commuters and international travelers converging to make a hustle and bustle mix of S-Bahn, regional, intercity, and freight traffic. Take on the challenges of regional S-Bahn and the freight services with the DB BR442, BR143, BR146.2, BR363, and MRC BR185.5. Plus, take control of the IC and ICE services with the BR406 ICE3M and DBBR101 available separately. Rush Hour London Commuter. Take control of services across the historic Brighton Main Line during the busy rush hour, used by commuters and tourists for around 180 years, and filled with eye-catching architecture and landmarks. It's now yours to explore and master. Fast Gatwick Express trains bound for Gatwick Airport and beyond, or busy local commuter services going between London, Victoria, and Brighton stations give you a varied and immersive experience. Feel the intensity of rush hour in central London and the southern counties of England. DBBR 187. Take charge of vital freight services along the busy corridor between Cologne and Aachen. From the cab of the state-of-the-art DBBR 187 since the mid-1990s, the track series of locomotives have been developed and produced for a variety of needs throughout Europe and beyond. No matter what needs moving, the DBBR 187 can haul with ease. And thanks to Skyhook Games, you can put it to work in TSW2. London Underground 1938 Tube Stock. Take a step back in time with the London Underground 1938 Tube Stock dressed in London Transport livery. Climb into the cab, take in the cozy light bulb lit interior, the old school driving controls, and get ready to command this authentic locomotive across 3 detailed and challenging scenarios. Delivering passengers to their destination up and down the Bakerloo line, thanks to Rivet Games, you can experience now on the Bakerloo line in TSW2. Southern BR Class 313 EMU. At 45 years old, the BR Class 313 is the oldest EMU in regular services across the Britain's railway network. Having served the outer suburbs of London in a variety of liveries since the 1970s, you can now enjoy the stalwart of the BR era in its most modern guise on the scenic TSW2 East Coast Way. West Cornwall local Penzance to St. Austell and St. Ives. Step back into the 90s and relive this line in the pre-BR privatization era. Take charge of this various services on this 44-mile scenic route from Penzance to St. Austell, including the St. Ives branch. Carry passengers through the Cornish countryside on the local regional railway services and shuttle to and fro along the St. Ives branch in the BR Class 150-2 and regional railways livery. Alternatively, take on the challenge of freight over the hills in the BR Class 37/5 and rail freight gray livery. Sherman Hill, Cheyenne to Laramie. Constructed in the late 1860s as a vital link in America's transcontinental railroad, a century and a half later, Sherman Hill still stands tall as one of the country's most dynamic and bustling routes for rail tonnage moving across the U.S. And now the new TSW2 Sherman Hill route brings all the elements that make Sherman Hill extraordinary and magnificent: scenery, tough and demanding grades, heavy tonnage, big motive power, and an endless flow of diverse freight to full life. DB-G6. TSG's Train Sim Germany. G6 shunter is used as a DB locomotive rented directly from the manufacturer, performing complex shunting duties on the busy Rhine-Rosten route. Master the DB-G6 across 5 scenarios using unique features such as dynamic braking, dual mode, cruise control, and 2 gears for the different speed limits. The DB-G6 for TSW2 features authentic and highly detailed sounds recorded from the rail locomotive. RHB Anniversary Collection. This brand new collection is a perfect add-on on the already cinematic Arosa line, with a variety of festive themed gameplay, 5 distinctive liveries for the GE442 locomotive, and the white and yellow RHB observation coach. There's plenty of new ways to enjoy and explore the famous Arosa line. Train Sim World 2 received some amazing releases in 2021. We now look forward to 2022 and how the latest evolution in railway simulation evolves even further. Stay up to date with everything TSW2 by following at Train Sim World on Twitter and Facebook. Want to know what is upcoming in 2022 for TSW2? We publish a roadmap every couple of weeks that covers all of the routes and locomotives that are currently being planned. We also run a live stream following each roadmap to discuss all the changes and recent releases. Watch live on Twitch or YouTube. Keep up to date with all the new releases by following the roadmap. Here's a sneak peek at one of the upcoming add-ons for 2022. Check it out below. Daranter-Rampe Dresden-Chemnitz. Snaking its way past rivers through rocky valleys and into beautiful eastern German hills, Daranter-Rampe Dresden-Chemnitz will be arriving soon on TSW2. Check out this first look article as we take a look at some of the features you can look forward to. We already went over the first look article, I believe. But anyways, let's move on. 3 new things have released, so I'll play the trailer for all of them.
Peggy 3.
So the BNSF one, it released like back in 2013, but it just got released worldwide. It's a worldwide release, so I thought I'd show the trailer to that. Chatham Mainline and B&O Mountain Sub Scenario Pack, or not Scenario Pack, Retro Pack has been released as well. So that's about it for TSW2 and Train Simulator. Now let's move on to Roblox. They just got, so we're on Railway Engineering Studios Group, and they have just gotten new steam locomotives. There's about 40 of them. They will be coming to Res Games in the next coming months. And yes, that is Thomas over there in the far right, I think. We got iconic steam locomotives like the Norfolk and Western 611. What is that? The Southern Pacific Cab Forward, I think that is. Flying Scotsman and Thomas. Apparently Big Boy's in there. I don't see him anywhere. Oh, now I see him. Okay, he's right here. Now we are on Brightline. So the Brightline revamp has just released. I will be going over that tomorrow along with the release of the BC Rail Squamish sub. So you'll see that soon. once we move on to URA. Alright, anyways, let's move on to Metra. The MP36 Milwaukee Road Heritage just released last night. They added Santa's sleigh train. Some real life news. Amtrak just released a new special interest unit. It is to Amtrak P32, Amtrak P42DC number 203. It is for Operation Lifesaver. So, apparently this is a thing. What are they doing anymore? The new snow map, as you saw from earlier, this will be coming soon. I think they will add this next year, maybe. Amtrak rescue train being pulled by UP Ace. The reason why is because, as you can see here, the window is shattered on the Charger locomotive along with a dent, I believe, right there. And they also added the Southern Pacific GS4. Now we're on to the MBTA game. Well, wait, hang on real quick. I'll be right back. I forgot about Universe Project from Rez, so let's do that real quick. It looks like this is the start of the Terminal Railways Row Scale game. Looks like a mushroom village. Snow map for Garden Railways and Christmas lights, I'm assuming. This is the entire map of Garden Project. More development ideas for popular locations. Fix the wood bridge thing here. Looks like a little castle building. I don't get this reference, but apparently it's from a game, I'm guessing. I think this is like Horseshoe Curve or something. And this is like the Tehachapi Loop. More of the Tehachapi Loop. Even more. This is what the loop looks like in the real life, by the way. Anyways, back onto MBTA. They've changed the headlights. It looks 1,000 times better. Here's all the F40s that are coming to the MBTA game. As you see on the far left, this is the first ever F40 the MBTA bought. This is F40PH-2C, I'm guessing. And then this is the F40-3C. Providence Station. Now we're on to the SEPTA game. Here's the Fern Rock BSL yard. Everything around Wayneport has been finished. Here's Fern Rock Station. Wayne Junction Station is complete. As well as all the catenaries from Jenkintown to Wayne. Here's the winter map for the game. Melrose Park Station has been complete. Melrose Park. Here's scenery to Elkins Park, working to Melrose and Fern Rock. This is when they were working towards there. Here's a weed sprayer, I'm guessing, and this is what it looked like. Anyways, let's move on. This is one of the trains in Squamish Sub. Here's a SD40-2S, I believe. maybe an X Southern Pacific SD45 T-2. Here's the SD40-2 idling sound for the SD40-2S. This stuff is in the game. And anyways, that's it. So let's move on to Northeast Corridor. So the game, and the Northeast Corridor game is currently shut down until further notice to fix switches. They did the Vermonter, which is the 105th consist in the Northeast Corridor game. Here's a Vermonter baggage car. A lot of bug fixes. Excuse me. And more Avelia progress. Anyways, let's move on. New Amtrak E and F units coming to Rails Unlimited. And a 40 someone made last night. Anyways, that's it. Let's move on. This is Bankruptcy Blue. The scenery is getting done really fast. This is currently a work in progress. You can click the fuel tank of the locomotive to delete it. New rolling stock. This is all in progress. Coal hopper variants, that's done, I'm guessing. Gondola loads. High cube boxcar overhaul. New autorack colors, that looks to be done. New centerbeam loom loads, that also looks to be done. KCS SD70 Mac Grey Ghost looks to be done as well. KCS SD70 Mac Belly. KCS SD70 Ace Gray. KCS AC 4400 CW Gray. BNSF SD70 Ace. BNSF C44-9WH1. BNSF C44-9W War Bonnet. CPSD40-2F Central Maine and Quebec. CPSD40-2F B&A. CP-CFX AC44 CMQ. CN C40-8M cab and nose remodeling is also done. That's it. This is coming to the game as well, I think. Major overhaul for the GP locomotives. That's it. Anyways, let's move on. Now we're on to Greenville. This is the 2021 Audi TT Roadster Coupe. This is the Lexus GX470. The turn signals for the TT Coupe. This is the non-Roadster edition. The 2005 Ford Excursion in 5 different trims. There also seems to be a new limo coming soon. The 2016 Honda CR-V. And that is it for today's video. I hope you guys enjoy. If you did, make sure to give this video a like along with maybe subscribing to the channel. If you do, you'll become part of the Awesome Squad and first 1,000 subscribers club. Also, if you don't want to miss out on any future uploads, make sure to turn on post notifications to be notified of a future post. Anyways, I will see you guys in the next one. Take care.